Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Rurouni Kenshin, the Kyoto Disturbance episode number 11 reaction. So the previous episode, we get to see a little bit of Kenshin's past, from the time when Kenshin decided to give up killing people. From that point onwards, what happened to him. He did get his Sakabato from Shaku, but he wasn't aware it was a Sakabato at the beginning, so he didn't use it. And he got saved by this couple who took care of him and everything, but in the end there was a little bit of trouble, and Kenshin had to pull out his sword. He expected it to be a normal sword, but then he realized it's a Sakabato, and from that point onwards he was able to use his sword without killing anyone. And that was that story. In the end, yeah, now Kenshin has gotten the Shinuchi, so he's ready to fight again, and that's what happened. So let's see what happens today. Let us begin. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference. Let's get started. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh. Oh my god. Yeah, I think he's okay. I guess he wants to do his own investigation or something about the. But he can easily do that staying at Aoya. Maybe he doesn't want to involve them with the whole, Shishi. What was his name? God damn it. Wait, what was his name? Shishio, wasn't? No. Yeah, Shishio. Okay, I don't know what happened. For a moment, I forgot his name. Say Judo Hiko. Mm. Yeah. Wow. Obviously, in those days, that was a lot. Yeah, okay, there you go. That's fine. Yeah. But I feel like he would have gone there either way to get the. Nah, that won't be enough. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Kaoru also said the same thing to him. Mm. But I feel like they've already gotten involved in it. So, yeah, but yeah. Hmm. 3 days later, okay. Um, that's funny. Yeah. Hmm. Oh, I know where She's going. Shirobeko. Yep. What the hell? Well, this is not Akabeko, so you know. Oh, they have a poster. Okay, that'll be helpful if Misao comes here. There you go. Bruh. Okay, she needs to see the poster. There you go. Okay. Good lord. Yeah. No, there's some kind of a. Oh, alright. So we have found him. Or at least we have information about where he is. Is this the guy? Seijuro? Okay. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Okay, bro. D- oh Lord. Just tell her about Aoya. Here we go. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but he has his things to do. Aoya and Misao. There you go. Hmm. Well, they're actually here, so I'm sure he'll meet them sooner or later. Damn. Good lord. Yeah. Well, she doesn't know where. What festival? Oh, the flare. Okay, okay. But they just missed him. Yeah. Well, she wouldn't have come this far. Yeah. Hmm. Okay. But how will she track Genshin? Okay. Damn. He's a potter? Okay. Yeah. Oh. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Ah, that is crazy. So he's the one who taught him. Misurigiru. Hmm. Yeah. Right. Ah. Oh, okay. Well, mm, yeah, otherwise he wouldn't have come here, I guess. Oh, I guess. Oh, so he. That makes sense. She also has the information where he is. Because he's the one who gave it to Kenshin in the first place. Yeah, she said that. Oh, Lord. Okay. Yep. What's his original? Yeah. Hmm. Oh. Oh, so he wasn't the founder, but he was one of the successors, and he passes it, or he's going to pass it around to a. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. He needs to, yeah, get stronger and also complete his. Wow. Damn. Yeah. Hmm. Oh, damn. That's a young Kenshin. Whoa! Bring side you assist. Yeah. Wait, that. Then he left, I guess. Yeah. He never came back. Hmm. Wow. Yeah. That is only as of right. That is, yeah, that is actually true. Now, if you think about it, that's why he said you're going to side with a group. Ah. Hmm. Yeah. Oh, came at a wrong time. Right. Mm. Well, oh, the blue and the red star. Yeah. Red is for Kenshin and blue is for Kaoru. Okay, so after so long, they not really that long, I guess, but still it was a while. Like because they immediately like left, like Misao, not Misao, sorry, Kaoru Yahiko. She was like moping around for like a few days, but then immediately she left. So I don't think much time has passed. Like only the time it took to journey. That was the only time it they spent. Okay, and that was today's episode number 11. Right, so today we had two major things happening. First and foremost, we meet Kenshin's master. His name is Hiko Seijuro. I think that was his name, yeah. While we have Misao meeting Kaoru, and then Kaoru, Misao, and Yahiko coming and meeting with Genshin, and like after a long while, uh, they met again. So yeah, these two are like the big things that happened today. Now, right, a few things to talk about. First and foremost, I actually wasn't expecting Hiko Seijuro to be Genshin's master. Like, I don't know what I expected. I thought like this was like another one of his allies from the period, the warring period. Um, and he like fought along with him or something like that. I thought it would be, but like I don't know, I never even thought about like there being someone who would be Kenshin's master, but it makes sense, obviously. You like he has to learn that from someone. Hiten Mitsurugiru, like he must have learned it from some individual. So it makes sense that he has a master. But I don't know. I just didn't expect him to have a master. But yeah, now this guy, he as he said, that's just an alias that he uses, and it is a name that has been passed on from generations. And uh, and another thing that he mentioned, it is very important, is that the reason why Hiten Misugiru isn't like is he like Kenshin cannot master it. The reason behind it is like, to be a true wielder of that, you have to be someone who is neutral in all aspects. Like as he said, that yeah, Hiten Mitsurugiru definitely is a swordsmanship method, like a style where which you use to protect the people. And I understand you were frustrated at that point, of like the wars and people losing their lives. That's why he wanted to use this as soon as possible to help people. But the problem that you know that like the problem with you is that you sided with a group. That is not supposed to be what this swordsmanship style is used for. Hiten Mitsurugiru should be neutral. Only then will it be able to fulfill its duties. So as soon as he you know sided with the rebels, yeah, that's it. It was done for. Like that was it for like being neutral. So now, as he said, like look at what has happened. Even though you weren't directly like linked with the way things have gone, you were indirectly linked with bringing this era. So now, like the people who fought along with you, they, even though they did all of this to like to for the people, and to bring peace, they have done their own fair share of crimes, and a lot of things that they have done, they are now putting that under the rug, and trying to like make the situation in such a way where they are not, like they're completely innocent. Not only that, a lot of people are also taking advantage of this, taking advantage of their newfound powers, which we have seen as well. So these type of things are going on now. So yeah, and on top of that, we have a phantom from the Bakumatsu era, Shishio, who has been brought back to life literally, and now he is making a complete mess out of everything, and he will be the one who will begin another war, series of war. And that's how this is, which direction this is going. It's going to become a full circle again. So this is, yeah, this is not your fault, but you're indirectly involved with it. So that is why, yeah, this is, you jumped the gun. Basically, that's what he told him. And I guess that is why he told Kenshin to first master his technique first. But Kenshin had a fight with him and just left midway and decided to get aligned with one group. Yeah, that is wrong. And I guess that is why he said that that is the reason why my ancestors and the people who will come after me, they have passed on this Hiten Mitsuguryu from generation to generation, and we have always taken an alias, which is Hikoseijiro, um, because we're supposed to be like out of all this, we're supposed to be neutral. Only then can this be used to protect people. But you didn't do that. Yeah, so there you go. That's the current situation. Um, Either way, let's wait and see, because he, for now at least, it seems that he's not that keen on teaching Kenshin. But the situation is a little bit different now, because currently Misao, Kaoru, Yahiko, all of them are here, and like the current situation that is ongoing with Kenshin talking to him is going to get interrupted with this reunion situation. So I don't know, at the end of the day, I do wonder if he is going to, like, after seeing, like these new people and seeing that Kenshin is actually, I don't know, like he's trying to, I have no idea. Like, but I feel like he'll change his mind by the end of it, because otherwise, it is true. He Kenshin will need to get stronger, but at the same time, he's struggling with the fact that he has to become Hitoki Battosai. Otherwise, he won't be able to go, like be equal to Shishio. So, not um like so he has to like learn Hiten Mitsurugiru. Otherwise, he won't be able to compensate for him not becoming Hitokiri Battusa again. Because as they said, like unless and until he lets go of this rule that he has made that I won't kill anyone, unless and until he lets go of that, he won't be able to defeat Shishio. But then again, he doesn't want to do that. So how can you compensate for that? How can you compensate for this um, situation? Is by becoming more stronger. And to do that, he needs to completely master Hiten Mitsurugiru. So I feel like this is the only option left now. So eventually, I'm sure he'll agree. But I do wonder what will be the trigger for him to agree to teach Kenshin again. We'll see. But for now, I'm pretty sure Garu has a lot of things to tell him. So I guess we'll see that next episode. Huh. Okay, and yeah, and that was today's episode basically. Uh, right. Is there anything else? No, that was it. Okay. Yeah, let's wait and see what happens. And yeah, okay, no. So all right. So another thing, um, his master, he goes Seijiro. So like I'm forgetting. I think they mentioned this in the very first season. Um, how old is Kenshin? Like I think there was something like in the first season that we saw. I think there was like an episode where they brought this up where Miss Kaoru was said something like, "Oh, how old are you?" And I think someone also commented like something I've forgotten completely. But the fact that Kenshin has been, from the Bakumatsu era, he has been fighting, and now this is the, like the government, the Meiji government has been established, all that stuff. So I'm assuming Kenshin is at least 30 to 35 years old. How old is this guy? he he should be at least 50, shouldn't he? He doesn't look like 50. He looks like a, I don't know, like a 30-year-old or something. I'm like, how old? Like, he should be old. He should be quite old. But he doesn't look like that at all. And his character design reminds me of someone. Who does it remind me? His character design is very familiar. He reminds me of a character from Shaman King. Which character is it? Is it Amidamaru? No, no, not Amidamaru. Someone else from Shaman King. Oh, he's that guy. Oh God. I cannot remember his name, but I do reckon. Yeah, he reminds me. He looks like a Shaman King character. You know, this big build. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Silva, isn't it? Wait a minute. Let me just double check. Yeah, kind of. That big build with that pointy chin, kind of. Um, like he like his character design is fully like a Shaman King character design. Like I was pretty surprised looking at it. I'm like, damn, like he looks like a character from Shaman King. But anyways, yeah, he looks, he looks very cool. With the cape kind of thing, and the, everything is long hair, all that stuff. Right. But anyways, let's let's see how this proceeds. Um, right, and yeah, there you go. That was today's episode. Now, let me talk about this episode scene by scene. In the very first scene, we get to see Kenshin telling that he's going to leave Aoya. Obviously, Misao's not happy about it. Misao like headbutts him, and then we have uh, Omina. I think that was his name, wasn't it? He is like, "Can you explain, please, why? Otherwise, if you are, if you leave us like a stranger, you'll have to pay for the amount of days that you stayed here." Um, anyways, so Kenshin elaborates on why he wants to leave this abruptly, as he says that I don't want you to involve you guys in this. Now, I feel like we've had this conversation before as well, but this time he's like hell bent on not listening to them at all. Is because the recent situation with Shishio's that guy Cho, yeah, him directly involving that kid, and so that because of that situation. Now, I would like to say that I feel like that would have happened either way. The only thing that might have um what can I say, which might have hurried this process is the fact that they got to know, like Shisho's men got to know, and it went to Cho. Cho heard it. Is that Shaku's final weapon? That that information, as soon as it came to him, he left to get it. So this would have happened either way. It probably would have happened a little bit later. He probably would have gotten to know this a little bit later, but it would have happened nonetheless. Sooner or later, this would have happened, and he would have went and done, because his goal wasn't really Kenshin or anything. It's not that they got involved in this trouble because of Kenshin. They got involved in this trouble because of the sword of the Shaku's final weapon. That is the reason why. So like, yeah, like if I had to nitpick, I would say that that would be my argument, that obviously it's not because of Kenshin that happened. But you cannot deny Kenshin's what Kenshin is saying here as well, is that he is in the middle of everything. Like a lot of people will be targeting him now, especially now that people know that he's here. Like Shisho's also here. Shisho's men are also here. All the Juppongatan are here, or few of them are here currently. I'm sure the rest of them will also gather here sooner or later. So all the eyes will be on him, and he's going to be fighting this. So there is a high possibility of people involved with him getting dragged into this whole nonsense. For example, Misao and people from the Aoya. That is also the reason why Kenshin left everyone back at the before coming here, back at Tokyo before coming here, and because he didn't want to involve them, and then didn't want to uh, get them into trouble because of him. So that is like the reason why he is journeying alone in the first place. So yeah, it's obviously I can understand that makes sense. Of yeah, that is why he's like, I'm not going to get involved or anything. I'm not going to involve you guys. Misa was like, oh, it's fine. I know Hanya taught me Kempo and all that. Kenshi's like, not enough. Like, in front of Shishio, you and that kid are literally on the same level. So no use, which is true, 100% true. Like, Misao might be strong, but it doesn't matter. Um, they are like some people living in a different plane of existence completely. These Chuppongatana, if they're if they're anything, like if their name, like how popular they are, how famous they are, if that is like, if that reflects into their skills as well, I would say no person here except Kenshin and a few others, maybe Saito and a few others, can deal with them. That's how strong they are. So it doesn't matter. If they get involved, the Juppon Gatana or maybe someone related to them might take them hostage. Misao and the others take them hostage and try to leverage uh, like Kenshin, and like put him into trouble. Possible, very much possible. And Kenshin doesn't want to take any of those risks. That is why Kenshin is like, yeah, goodbye. I cannot involve you guys. And he leaves. Kenshin here, Misao here is pissed off. Misao's like, in the very end, he tells him that, oh, like, keep in mind that, like, you, where's that part where she says that, don't take your own happiness for granted, or something like that, he says. Oh, you told me to become to be happy, didn't you? That's something that you can say for yourself as well, okay? An ending where you shoulder everything by yourself and you're alone are unfortunate. I'll never be satisfied with that. Yeah, there you go. Right. Oh, there's also another thing I forgot to mention, which Misao mentioned. At first, she thought like maybe Kenshin is leaving because everyone knows he's a Hitokiri Battosai. And that's why she's like, oh, do you think that that's why? She's like, oh, don't worry about it. Like, like at this point, like I'm not going to think about what other people did in their past. You are you now, and this is this Kenshin that I know. That Kenshin, I don't know about him. So I'm not going to judge you for what you've done before. And Kenshin's like, damn, this is the second time I'm hearing something similar like this. Yeah, obviously, like Kaoru said the same thing to him as well back there. So yeah, and it's kind of funny because I've always thought this, like Kaoru and Misao's character design are too damn similar. Like I don't know, like you could easily like I don't know, you could easily mistake them as sisters. Like literally, like they're everything, like their character design literally is so similar to each other. And and even I guess you could say their personality as well, more or less. I feel like Misao, yeah, Misao's a little bit more tomboyish than Kaoru, but both of them are more or less like their personality is also extremely similar, like exactly the same, which is kind of crazy because I've never seen, like, usually anime characters, they're different characters have like different sets of personalities and everything. I don't know, I've never seen an anime where two characters are this like closely like similar to each other and they're not blood related. I don't think I've seen anything like this, because obviously animes always try to like make characters as different as they can from each other, to give them like a different set of personalities and everything. But Misao and Kaoru, they look almost the same, they act the same, the personality is also almost the same, which is kind of crazy. Like, yeah, right. um okay, next. 3 days have passed. Misao's still pissed, and she's like grumbling and everything. She's like, oh, like I don't like this. And then she's like, let me go and eat. So I'm like, yep, she's definitely going to go to Shirobako, I think. Yeah, Shirobeko, sorry. Akabeko, Shirobeko, yeah. Shirobeko. And obviously, in Shirobeko, there is Kaoru. So, yeah, they might meet. I'm like, yeah, that might happen. And to make things even more easier, you can see, like, we get to Shirobeko and we see Kaoru and, like Tai's sister, they have put up a poster with Kenshin's face in it and, like, writing that, oh, if you have seen this person, tell us, or something like that. So it makes it even more easier because, like, Misao's going to come here and she's going to see this. So either way, we see Yahiko being dressed up in an apron, all that stuff happening. Then in comes Misao, yeah. In comes Misao. Misao sits down and Misao's still kind of grumbling, and then she suddenly sees the poster. And she's like, what? Kenshin? And immediately Kaoru's like, wait, you know Kenshin? And starts like asking him, oh, where is she? This and that. All these questions she's asking. And then we get to see that Obina has gotten a message about Hiko Seijuro, and the flare goes up. So Kenshin gets to know that, yeah, there you go. Next, Misao and Kaoru are speaking. Yahiko's like, come on, guys, talk, like, make this quick. We don't have all day. And this is where, Kaoru, not Kaoru, sorry, Misao says that, oh, he was like, he was staying with me, he was, like, on the journey with me as well. At which Karu's like, what? Like, what did you say? And Misao tries to, like, kind of make the misunderstanding go away. She's like, oh no, like, that's, it's nothing like that. We just traveled together for a while, and then he stayed in my place, and and Kaoru is even more, yeah. Either way, in the end, Kaoru gets pissed off. She's like, yeah, this is what he's doing. Like, without saying anything, he just left, and now, like, I'm getting to hear this. Let me go and meet him. I'm going to punch him. The first thing that's what I'm going to do. Yeah. Over there, Kenshin meets with Omina and, gets the information. And Omina apologizes to Kenshin, tells him that I should be helping you, because, yeah, that should have been my duty. Unfortunately, I'm stuck with protecting Aoya and Misao, so I cannot do anything. And Kenshin's like, oh, don't worry about it. It's fine. You take care of them. Uh, right. So back to the Shirobeko again. And this is where Misao asks Kaoru that, oh, you do know the situation with Kenshin? Are you determined? And she's like, yeah, otherwise why would I have come here? Oh no, I think Kaoru questions her back, and she's like, oh, going from Kyoto to Tokyo without any determination, would you have done that? And she's like, no. And she's like, there you go, you have your answer. It's the same with me as well. So yeah, then she's like, all right, I'm going to take you there. Now I was wondering how will she get to know, but then I realized that, oh, she could just ask her grandpa, and and ask him the location of Hikosejiro, because Kenshin will be going there. So yeah, it's easy work. Right. Next we see Kenshin coming and meeting Hikosejiro, and he his way of greeting him is just going and slashing at him, and he just dodges it. Right. And he calls, and then he's like, oh, like, long time no see, master. And I'm like, wait, what, master? Like I said, the fact that Kenshin would have a master in itself is such a foreign, I don't know, like, concept or a thought that I never thought about that ever. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if Kenshin has a pupil, but Kenshin's master, like, that is such a bizarre thing that I never even thought about. But obviously, he must have learned this from someone, so it makes sense for him also having a master. But I guess it's more about the fact that we've always seen Kenshin at the top of his game, like, just fighting, defeating enemies and everything. Like, yeah, there were a few sections where he did come, like, get into, like, a little bit of trouble, had a little bit of struggle a little bit, but that wasn't that much. He's always been that one character who just, we know that, yeah, he can do something about a lot of situations. um so him having a master is something that it never crosses your mind, because he himself is so capable. But yeah, obviously he is someone who uses hidden Mitsurugiryu, so that must mean there must be someone who taught him that. So there you go, that is this dude here. Right. Okay, so next they start having a little bit of conversation, and Kenshin asks him to resume the training, teach him the rest of the hidden Mitsurugiryu, the finishing move, up until that time. That At which he asks questions him back. He's like, "Oh, why didn't you do so from the very beginning? You just left in midway." Um. So yeah, I'm in no obligation to help you. So yeah, later not Kenshin, Misao and Kaoru. Um, Misao introduces Kaoru to Omina, and then they ask the location of Kenshin. In the end, Omina gives them the location, and they are off. And going through the forest, they're trying to reach Hikosejuro. Back to Kenshin and Hikosejuro again. Okay, this section is very important because this is the section where we get to know a little bit more about Kenshin. So, okay, you know what? I'm going to read this section. He tells him that what you're trying to do is very naive. Swordsmanship is something that is used to take lives. You're trying to not only take lives, but at the same time, you're trying to fight these people, trying to preserve both the sides without sacrificing one is too naive. The bittersweet ideals and the peril that exist at present. Trying to reconcile both is nothing more than an egotistical act of selfishness. Good lord. Right. Then there was that section where he talks to Kenshin about him living 15 years ago. So 15 years ago, tossing yourself into the turmoil of the Bakumatsu era was a grave mistake. There you go. And here we are back in the past, and we see a young Kenshin asking him to let him go and fight. And he's like, oh no, don't worry about the outside world. Keep doing your training. Kenshin's like, but a lot of people are dying. I want to help them. Isn't this, power that I've gained to help people? Intent of Hiten Mitsuruguru is to protect people from the hardship of the era. Yeah. If we don't use this power now, when will we use it? This is a section where Hiko Seijiro was actually going to give him the answer, but Kenshin interrupts him here. You see this section? He interrupts him and doesn't let him finish. Master, if you must insist, do so after defeating me. And he just hits him. He's like, he seriously hit me? Okay. Because you don't get it. You're the one that don't get it. Listen. Here we go. This is the section. Hiten Mitsuruguru, because of its strength, will bring definite victory to the side you assist. Yeah. It is basically having a battleship you can use on land. If you understand, it means, and he interrupts him here. He's like, I don't understand. Like, yeah, I guess he's still quite young to understand what he's telling him. But the problem here is that he doesn't let him finish, and then he just leaves. So this is what he wanted to tell him, which we get to hear now. As he said, you siding with one group was the biggest mistake you could have made, because Hiten Mitsuruguru, as he said, it is a power that is like bringing a literal battleship on land. You are in control of an immense power. It doesn't matter how strong you are or how good you can use it. If you side with a group, that group, there's a high possibility that group will just make use of your power to make their ends meet. And yeah, you might be able to stop this war and everything, but at the same time, the people who will win along with you, there's no guarantee that they will remain good always. They can change, and like power can corrupt them. That is why Hiten Mitsuruguru should not be used in a particular group or anything. It should be neutral. It is only powerful because it is neutral. If you side with a group, then yeah, it won't really. That's the problem. That is the biggest problem, and that is what happened here. That is what Hiko Seijiro is telling him, which Kenshin obviously at that young age he didn't understand. He was hot-headed, he was hot-blooded. He was like, oh no, I want to save people. I want to use this power to save people, and he went off to save people, and yeah, like things changed, but like the core, like corruption and all the bad things that are going on, that still remains. Back in those days, that was ongoing. In the new age as well, it's still ongoing. So and now Kenshin is responsible for it a little bit, even though he's not directly involved with it. His power is the one that brought them victory, so indirectly he's involved. So yeah, so that's the situation. And that is why Hiko Seijiro told him that wait, train here first, and then, like, do something about this without gaining proper power and proper responsible responsibility of your power. If you jump into the battle, then it won't help. And yeah, there you go. After that, we argued for an entire day, pummeled each other, and ultimately parted ways in anger. Yeah. And this is the result. There you go. Your swordsmanship skills may be excellent, but you were still nothing more than a 14-year-old idiot apprentice who. Okay, he was 14-year-olds then. Okay, yeah. So I'm correct in thinking Kenshin is at least, like, even if he's not in his 30s, he must be in his late 20s or something like that. Um, the idiot apprentice who hasn't fully matured mentally was wounded so deeply the scars will never be gone from his left cheek nor his heart. He became an unstable swordsman, wavering between a Hitokiri and the one who swears not to kill. Yeah. On top of that, he turned his Makoto Shisho guy into a phantom of the Bakumetsu era. Right. The revolutionary warriors you believed in the justice of and sided with have indeed quelled the turmoil and created the Meiji government. But at the same time, to hide all the crimes they have committed, um, they unjustly buried all existence that were inconvenient for them. They brought Shisho back from the dead and an even greater phantom of the Bakumatsu era, making a full circle that might cause another turbulent era. Though indirectly you played a role in creating the phantom, yeah, of Bakumatsu era with Hiten Misuguru. Yeah, listen. Just like you said, Hiten Mitsurugi's intent is to protect the people from the hardship of the era. This is the thing that he was trying to tell him so many years ago, and he didn't understand, and then they left. And now he's completing what he wanted to tell him. However, that is only as a free sword that doesn't side with any power or any faction. If it is not a free sword, it will always create distortion somewhere due to its sheer strength. Yeah, that is why using a battleship on land, that's the, you know, example that he used. Like, one group will, whichever group you side with, that group will get strong and they will, dominate the other. Yeah, and at the end of it, things will just go back to the same thing. There will be no balance. There'll be one group which is extremely strong and they're going to oppress the weak again, and it's going to continue like this. This is going to become a cycle. Like, you go and help the people who are suffering, and you give them, the rebels and everyone such a power that, like, and obviously, as he said, like, I'm pretty sure all the people he has been fighting with, the rebels, they are all good people. They had good intentions in heart and everything. But this is a real world. It's going to continue. Now that we have, established a government, a lot of new people will come in. They have no clue about what these people went through, and they're only taking the good parts of it, so they won't understand, and they might become like people who misuse that power. Again, not necessarily Genshin's friends and the people he fought along with, not necessarily they are the ones who are becoming corrupt. Some new people will definitely come, because this is what, like human life is. We make something and we pass it on to our next generation. The next generation are clueless about what happened and everything. They haven't gone through that era. They're not the people who wanted the best for the normal people. They're just like they're completely new to this. They have no idea about anything, and they have different values, they have different intentions. A few of them might be people who get corrupted, and because this amount of power is with us, they will misuse that power, and it's again going to become the same thing of one group suppressing the other, like the stronger bullying the weak, and again a similar thing is going to repeat, that kind of thing. But then again, like I said, I agree with him completely. But the big question is, then what do we do? Like, genuinely, what do we do? I guess he's telling Kenshin that, you have to be like a neutral force, like not siding with any. a neutral force that would protect people, and something like that. But that in itself is pretty damn difficult to do. Like it's a yeah. The successor of each generation have kept the alliance Seijiro Hiko hidden through the 300 eras of Edo era, all for that reason, to not be used by authoritative power. You didn't understand that, so you're not qualified to learn the ultimate technique of Hiten Misugiru. There you go. And they were having this conversation, and then in comes Misao, Kaoru, and all of them comes in. Misao and Yaiko listens to him telling Kenshin all of this, and they're like, "What the hell? What's going on?" And they just open the door. Seijiro's like, "What the hell? Who are these two?" And then Kenshin is surprised. Kenshin's like, "What are you guys doing here?" And then he looks at Kaoru standing there, and that's where it ended. So there you go. That was episode number 11 of Rurouni Kenshin, the Kyoto Disturbance. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. And that is it, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week with another episode of Rurouni Kenshin. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.